Welcome to the Four Listeners Program. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for checking us out this week. What up, everybody? I'm Spear, and on the mics with me this week is the Z-Man. What is up, Z?
2016. Fuck you.
On the other mic is the Mighty Ganthor, everybody. Mighty Ganthor, what's up, buddy?
That's how I feel, man.
See, all right, so it's funny. Nice segue. This week, something must be done about the year 2016. Now, I had a pretty good 2016.
Did you really?
I did. I had a really good 2016. I knocked a bunch of things off my bucket list. I went to spring training to see my beloved Mets. I traveled all up and down the East Coast. Boston, New York, Philly, Baltimore, D.C. Saw a lot of fun stuff. Did a lot of cool things with my kid. I had a really good year. Seems like everybody else had a very shitty year.
I mean, you had some pretty shitty things happen to you, but you've also had some pretty good things happen to you.
Well, this year, at least with the divorce, was beyond me, right? I started dating, and then I dated. I had a girlfriend. I broke up with the girlfriend. That was pretty shitty. But I had a pretty good year on the overall. I mean, did you guys have a pretty good year on the overall?
I guess you could say that.
I mean, or did you just get caught up in the general malaise that seemed to be taking everyone down towards the end of 2016?
Well, I think we all know what kind of started that, but I think I got caught up in it. I just needed a fresh start.
How about you, Z-Man? You feel the same way?
Yeah, with the political shittiness side, I had a good year, too. I said the same thing. I was talking to Minion the other night, and I'm like, everyone's kind of pissy this, pissy that, but for the most part, I think we had a pretty good year.
That's what I'm saying.
We didn't, it kind of sucked with all the idols of our 80s dying.
Sure. I mean, look, there were some things.
But they lived pretty hard when they were alive, so.
That's true. We'll get back to that in a second. There were certainly some shitty things that happened throughout 2016. I don't want to discount any of them. Certainly, there were lots of celebrity deaths, and certainly some of those affected those of us in our age group. We're all around we're in our late 30s, early 40s, and there were a lot of celebrity deaths in our childhood hero neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who affected you the most?
His first masturbatory crush.
I mean, as long as we're going to talk about the celebrity deaths, that's fine. The Carrie Fisher thing, I got a little bummed. And then really the first question that came to mind was, well, what are they going to do for episode 8? I mean, I don't know.
Already
You're so
recorded.
jealous.
I mean, maybe I'm an asshole, but I mean.
I just want to talk about how much you used to probably masturbate to her. I did.
I'm not talking about how much I jerked off to Carrie Fisher. You guys can talk about all night about it.
I never jerked off to Carrie Fisher.
Why?
Because she reminds me of my aunt.
Did your aunt wear the golden bikini?
Strangely enough, she did.
Oh,
wow.
God.
Can I see a picture of that?
Odd, especially at Thanksgiving dinner.
Shit. I mean, there were a lot of celebrity deaths across all of 2016. Started early in the year with Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman was one of my favorites. There were famous musicians who passed away throughout the year. David Bowie, Prince, George Michael very recently. All from the early 80s, Bowie from the 70s. I mean, what did you guys say when Prince died?
I was pretty upset about Prince. Not upset, but I didn't like the fact that Prince died.
Did you like knowing that you lived in a world that Prince was in, and was the world slightly dimmer after you found out that Prince died?
I mean, I liked Prince's music, but I wasn't like a Prince head. I mean, I wasn't like, oh my God, I know every word to every song ever made by Prince.
I wasn't like that either, but if you've watched the Chappelle Show episode, he seems like a really cool guy. And then you hear comments by people like Dave Grohl where somebody said, is Prince a better guitar player than you? And Dave Grohl's like, shit, Prince is a better drummer than I am.
Yeah, musician-wise, I mean, he's fucking insane.
Yeah,
the reason why that's special is Dave Grohl, he obviously plays guitar for Foo Fighters, but he started out in Nirvana as the drummer.
Yeah, that's right.
So drumming is his first talent. And Prince, when did Prince ever drum, on tour or on stage or on anything?
He drummed on stage.
Did he?
Yeah, he drummed in the show I saw him at.
I didn't know that.
He played keyboards, he played guitar.
Way to sink my battleship, dude.
Good job.
Did you guys see that While My Guitar Gently Weeps tribute?
Yep.
With all the musicians
Yep.
and Prince fucking rocked house.
And they're all watching him in awe. It was amazing. I mean, there was a Hall of Fame collection of rock and roll guitar players. Yeah. and they're all watching Prince in awe, watching him shred. It was unreal.
They all came in their pants.
A little bit, yeah. I would too.
A lot, dude.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, other celebrities that died this year: Gary Shandling,
I forgot about that one.
Abe Vigoda, Doris Roberts from Everyone Loves Raymond, Gene Wilder,
Gene
Yeah, I
Wilder.
like
Gene Wilder made me sad.
Florence Henderson,
Yeah.
Alan Thicke recently. You know, there were some. Oh, and Muhammad Ali.
I was never the biggest Muhammad Ali fan, so that didn't bother me one way or the other. But I really like Gene Wilder. Dude.
Arnold Palmer, was that? one of the ones?
Arnold Palmer, Harper Lee, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah. George Kennedy.
Yep. I mean, there were a lot of Nancy Reagan. I mean, there were a lot of people who passed.
Nancy Reagan died this year?
Nancy Reagan died this year. Yeah.
I missed that one.
There were a lot of people. See, you missed it. I mean, that's kind of my point. I mean, after a while, people die, and like everyone was getting all like up in arms towards the end of the year, like especially after Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds.
Oh,
pulled.
holy shit, China?
Yeah, from the WWE. Yeah, and everyone's kind of like, enough already. 2016. You know, stop killing people. It was like, you know, like people put Betty White under 24 hours surveillance.
Yeah,
Like they put her under glass.
You did that, jackass.
What's that?
You did that.
I know. I made that joke. That's what I'm saying. They put Betty White under 24-hour surveillance.
Yeah, she needs it.
2016 could not take Betty White. That's just where it got to.
Dude, why do people like her so much?
Betty White?
Because she's like the Bob Saget. She looks all sweet and innocent, but then she's like dirty as fuck.
She's a dirty old grandmother, man.
Okay.
Telling you, Betty White and fucking Bob Saget porn would be the most amazing thing ever created.
Nice. The irony of all of this for me is that all of these musicians and famous people, celebrities, actors, writers, they all passed this year, and Keith Richards is still alive and kicking.
And Ozzy Osbourne.
I mean, you want to talk about guys who've lived hard? Like, I'm pretty sure that every time a celebrity dies, like, there's the quickening within Keith Richards. Like, his soul just gets stronger. Like, he just will not die. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Makes him stronger.
He just every one of these celebrities that passes, he gets stronger. It's the quickening. Keith Richards is going to outlive us all. Fuck that guy. But the celebrity deaths weren't the only horrible thing that happened throughout 2016. There were plenty of other things. There was certainly the election was hard on everybody. The Brexit happened. These are things that like nobody saw coming.
The Brexit's great is because like after everything else happened, people in like England are like, we didn't look like such assholes anyway, or dumbasses anyway.
That's right. There was the Zika virus.
Still happening.
Yeah, that was a big thing in 2016.
I'm heading to Bonaire next week, and we'll be right off the coast of Venezuela. And we invited a bunch of our friends, and they can't come because Zika.
Because Zika.
Because they all want to get knocked up next year, and they don't want babies that are all fucked up.
Yep.
Dude,
which is understandable, but like kind of sucky.
Harambe got shot.
Yeah, the Harambe shit. Yeah,
the Harambe thing. Harambe got shot. There was the gator that grabbed the kid in Disney World.
Yeah.
Right. There was the
grabbed the kid. He killed him.
Well, I'm trying to be a little
sensitive
about it. But yes, good job, Ganthor. Way to he ate him. Fucking killed him. Good job.
He didn't eat him. He drowned him and stuffed him for later.
Stuffed him for later. Nice. There was the shooting in Florida at the club. There were some pretty terrible things.
And there was all the shootings of all of the unarmed people, and whatever happened with all of those.
A lot of horrible shit that happened in 2016. But I still wonder whether or not I wonder whether or not people just got caught up in like the general malaise of how one story after the next kind of just knocked everyone down.
That's probably it. I know I was running on fumes towards the end of the year. And I think a lot of it was, the world outlook for where things are trending. And then a lot of it, all those celebrity deaths don't necessarily affect it that much, but they don't help, right? Where you think, I bought that album on CD when I was in middle school. I listened to that guy. That affects you in some way, whether you want it to or not. So gives you a glimpse into your own mortality as well.
Ganthor getting deep.
I got deep on your mom.
I think at the end of the day, though, the internet just went indiscriminately crazy in 2016, with between the celebrity deaths and the election and Brexit and Zika and the Olympics and Harambe and every other goddamn thing. I think the internet just went indiscriminately crazy.
It's going to get worse before it gets better.
Well, all right, but something must be done about that. Like, what would you have to do in order to say, "Hey, internet, cheer the fuck up, man." I mean,
you guys ever watch fail videos?
Yeah, like people just getting hurt and fucking shit up.
Yeah, doing stupid stuff or being terrible.
Yeah, and you laugh at them for being dumbasses.
Yeah. Well, they have Humans Are Amazing videos.
Yeah, I watched that one. It's awesome.
Yeah. I think we need more of that. It's just showing how awesome the world is. Yeah.
Do crazy flips and tricks and shit. Did you see that video that came out? I think it was today. Those two the twins were like playing on some a dresser, and they were both leaning. They both were like standing on top of the drawers.
Yep.
And the whole fucking thing came toppling down on top of them. The one kid.
Yep.
So the one kid's totally pinned under this thing. I don't know. It looked like he got like there was something else in there because he was able to kind of squeeze himself out. But then the other dude's like, I don't know what to do. But then he actually figured it out, and he fucking pulled it up enough to help his brother out.
Yep, saved his toddler brother, his 2-year-old brother. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
That's pretty cool. I saw that too. You know what? I mean, was there a story in 2016 that fascinated you? I mean, that was good news at the end. Did you have one of those kinds of stories?
I can't think of it. No. Why are you putting me on the spot?
Well, because
I would say the bad lip reading Star Wars Seagulls is still one of my favorite things of the year
of 2016, right? It's got to be one of my favorite things.
It's my ringtone right now.
Is it really?
Oh yeah,
that's spectacular. Oh my god, that thing cracks me up.
Run, jump. I could be a backpack while you run. Climb up that hairy vine. I could be a backpack while you climb.
I mean, the two things that I had that were my favorite parts of 2016. Obviously, Star Wars Rogue One. Was one of my favorite things of the year. I've now seen it 4 times in the theaters.
I thought you hated it.
I didn't hate it. I liked it, but I didn't love it. But I liked it enough to go see it 4 times. It actually grows on you after a few times seeing it. And I still maintain that the last 5 minutes of this movie, no spoilers, but the last 5 minutes of this movie is the best thing you will see in any Star Wars movie ever. My other favorite story of 2016 was the story of 2 conjoined twins who were joined at the head. Did you guys see this story?
Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about.
There were these 2 conjoined twins. They shared a head, basically. They shared part of the brain in the head, and they had to go through this basically this 2-day-long procedure that the surgeons that did this were basically up for 36 straight hours. And every day, I was checking the news to see what the story was with these 2 kids, just praying that there was going to be a happy ending at the end of it. And there was. These 2 kids finally separated, finally got to see each other for the first time, and they got wheeled out of the hospital together in a red wagon. I almost cried. I was watching some of the video on CNN, and I nearly broke down right there at work watching this stuff. I mean, it was, to me, that was one of those uplifting stories. Here's a team of medical professionals whose only goal right now is to give these 2 kids lives of their own, separate but together. You know what I mean? In the midst of all the other stuff that was going on this year, that story was so absolutely uplifting. It just kind of gave you that feel that humanity can actually come and do great things when given the opportunity.
Spirit got all the feels.
Well, I got the feels. That was a great story for me.
I don't like having feelings on our show.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, why you got to do that? Plus, any other story that we come up with would just make us look like dicks.
Come on, man.
Dude, I can't think of anything. Let me see. 15 good things that happened in 2016. Let's see what's on this list. Don't care about him winning an Oscar. Harriet Tubman on the bill. Don't care about the Queen.
How about the Chicago Cubs winning the World Series?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, good for them, but I'm not a Cubs fan, so I don't care.
But this was a team that hadn't. This was they were the lovable losers. The Cubs had gone over 100 years without winning a championship. I mean, how could you not feel good for that team, that city? How could you not feel good for Bill Murray? Did you see Bill Murray at the end of the World Series?
No.
Bill Murray at the end of the World Series looked like he had just died and gone to heaven. It was glorious. Just the look on his face.
Good for him. The Eagles missed the fucking playoffs.
Oh. The city of Cleveland got a championship early this year.
Yeah, I like that. I like LeBron. And Cleveland's probably a shithole, so good for them.
So you root for Cleveland, but not Chicago.
Dude, Chicago's got the fucking Bears. They had the Bulls. Chicago is they ate way too much of the pie. Chicago needs to go on a diet. When has Cleveland ever had anything good?
Oh God, never.
See?
I mean, the Browns were horrific this year. At least the Indians made the World Series. The Indians went to the World Series.
Yeah.
They got beat by the Cubs. The Cavaliers won a championship earlier in the year.
Yep.
They were the city of champions for a little while there. You had to feel good for Cleveland.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm happy that Cleveland got some. Good for them.
Good for you, Cleveland. Good job.
Good job, Cleveland. You gotta feel good about that. How about Pokemon Go 2016?
Yeah, Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go, and now Nintendo has finally taken the advice of the 4 Listeners program and has, at the end of 2016, released Super Mario Run
To mixed reviews.
to mixed reviews. I've seen nothing but positive reviews.
Dude, you need always on internet.
And people don't like because they had to pay for it.
Well, because you only get what? You only get like the first
Get three levels.
3 levels, right?
Free.
Yeah, and that's what, $10 for the rest of the game, something like that.
I don't think it's $10. I think that was like $4.
No, it's 10.
Which-
I'm pretty sure of that. Because it's the price point. I mean, people will pay $50-$60 for a Mario game and won't blink twice, but
99 cents for a game, they can't fucking be, they'll scream bloody murder.
right.
Yeah, I dropped $10 on a sushi roll from Wegmans tonight, but
But you won't
Didn't
spend
think twice.
$10 on the Mario game.
yeah, I'm going to crap that out hopefully in a couple days and not later this evening. But
Hopefully.
How about TV? How about TV in 2016?
I just watched the OA, finished that yesterday. I think that came out at late 2016.
Late
I liked it.
2016. HBO's Westworld. Game of Thrones had a banner season.
Well, hold on, don't go over Westworld so fast. Westworld was fucking pretty badass.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like HBO did really well between Westworld. Game of Thrones was absolutely fantastic.
The night of.
The Night of was fantastic. Netflix knocked it out again with Luke Cage. Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yeah, that's a quick one.
A lot of really good stuff on TV. There were a few shows I still haven't seen that that people tell me that I have to watch. The People versus O.J. Simpson, that whole like miniseries. I missed that. Did you guys see any of that?
It's on my list as well.
I'm not interested in that type of stuff, but I did watch something similar, The Jinx on HBO.
Oh yeah, I saw some of that too.
And
That was the guy's name.
Robert Durst.
That's right, Robert Durst. That was fucking scary. Some of
Yeah,
that.
dude, he's a creep.
Yeah.
And then I watched Soaked in Bleach, which I think is also on HBO, but that might be Netflix. That's a documentary about Kurt Cobain from the private eyes and perspective, the one who was hired by Courtney.
Yep.
That was pretty interesting as well.
Yep. Yeah, on Netflix too, they had season 2 of Narcos. If you guys have ever seen that show, Narcos really, really well done. I don't know where they go from here, but fantastic show if you want to check that out. So good TV, good movies. Was there any good music in 2016? Like, I haven't really been paying attention to the music.
Oh my god, dude, the new Gambino album has a lot of funk, a lot of Prince influence on it. Very, very, very solid album. The Hamilton Cast album was really, really good.
Yep.
Did you know that Prodigy had 2 new albums come out?
No idea.
I thought Prodigy was dead.
Yeah, so did I. And so did it's very good for coding music. That's what I jam to. But so did Tribe Called Quest put out a new album.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber kind of calmed down this year.
Fuck that guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying is we hadn't hear from him, so that's pretty good.
You know what? No, because now Justin Bieber apparently brought down the entire Giants wide receiver core to fucking Miami, and now everyone's all up in arms because Odell Beckham Jr. and the rest of the receivers went down to hang out with Justin Bieber on his fucking yacht.
So what's wrong with that?
I don't know, but apparently
Yeah.
everyone's all fucking up in arms.
They're adults. They could say no if they want to.
That's what I'm saying. But like everyone's like, oh, it's irresponsible. They're out on a boat. They could get killed. But you know what? Justin Bieber is giving the Giants a bad name. Fuck that guy.
Dude, the Giants are giving themselves a bad name by hanging out with him.
Yeah, well, that much is also true. I have no excuse for that. None.
Lemonade happened this year.
Beyonce. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of good music too, I guess. I haven't really kept up. Like anything past 1999, I really don't give a shit about. That's it. That's where I stop. Like I go to play Quizzo and they do name that tune rounds. Anything north of like 2001, I'm completely foobar. Like I can't. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, they're
Dude,
doing
you
some.
need to get out more.
Yeah, I guess so.
They were doing a study that's like, yeah, if the music of your 18 to 24 is the only music you will ever love.
Yep, that's it. That's where I'm at.
It's like that's your it like forms your view on music for your entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me that's hair metal, hair band music, and grunge. Those are my formative years. So, what are you guys looking forward to in 2017?
Zelda.
Oh yeah, the Nintendo Switch, and
I'm
Zelda.
interested to see the Zelda. I'm telling you, they fucking burned me on Wii U. I am definitely holding off on Switch before jumping in on this because I don't need to get the Switch to buy it because I can buy it on the Wii U, right?
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm looking forward to the Switch. I will probably get it, mostly because there's nobody to stop me now from buying it. So I'll probably get it. What? There's nobody to stop me.
I know.
So I'm gonna buy it.
I remember what that was like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm obviously looking forward to Episode 8. I'm looking forward to the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
There's the Wonder Woman movie that's coming out that I'm looking forward to. There's I'm not looking forward to the Justice League movie, but the Wonder Woman movie looks really good. Because there's a difference. Zack Snyder is doing the Justice League movie, and he has absolutely borked the last two Superman movies. The Man of Steel and then the Batman vs. Superman. Horrible, horrible movies. So I have no faith in those.
The Last Guardian is supposedly coming out this year.
Yeah, well, that's a game that's been long in development, The Last Guardian.
Yep. That and Kingdom Hearts 3. I heard a rumor that it may actually come out December 2017.
Yeah.
That's another game that's been in the works for
forever.
I'm going to say 10 years now.
Yep, forever. Yeah, so there's a few movies I'm looking forward to. There's a few games I'm looking forward to. And what else are you looking forward to there, Gantor?
I want to see something fantastical technologically.
I'm curious. I'm happy to see what the VR is going to happen with VR and 4K TVs.
VR, that stuff I don't necessarily care so much about, but it's the thing that we don't expect. Like when people say, it's 2017, where's our space travel?
All right, where's the flying car?
Right. I'm not interested in a flying car. I'm interested in the badass stuff that we have, like my Sonos system, where it's like, dude, I can have every speaker in my house linked up and play synchronously using an app on my phone that lets me choose what I want to play and adjust the volumes individually or separate or in a group and all that. It's like, this is magic. All that stuff's magic, but you would have never, envisioned that if you were a science fiction writer, Little things like that type of stuff that I use every day that makes my life better.
If I were to call something out for technology, I would say that 2017 will be the year that these like assistant things, these artificial intelligence things, like the Alexa, the Siri, the Google Assistant, they'll start taking hold in more and more places. Just recently, I saw Lenovo. Lenovo is making an Alexa-powered device. Some of the new TVs that are coming out, the new 4K TVs, are now powered by the Amazon Fire software, including Alexa. I'm fairly certain that 2017 you'll start seeing kind of more and more of these artificial intelligence, digital assistant types of things starting to take more and more hold.
And all that shit makes total sense. Doesn't it absolutely make sense to put the one thing that's the center of your fucking house, your living room, have it be your Alexa? Have your TV be Alexa?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Alexa, let's watch a movie. Okay, I'll turn on the TV. Hey, Alexa, let's listen to music. Okay, I can turn on your speakers. Absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, we're mere steps away from that whole like Star Trek: The Next Generation thing, where people just went around and say computer, and then all of a sudden like you could talk to the computer and have like whole instructional conversations with it. You are 3 steps away from it, probably even closer than that.
Did you guys see the thing where the dude hacked the Alexa thing to make it talk out of the bass's mouth?
I did.
Genius.
But did you also see that now? There was a police department somewhere. I forget what city, but there was a murder, and they saw one of these Echoes sitting in there, and they know that it's always on and listening. So they actually subpoenaed Amazon for the Alexa data and the recordings of what it heard.
And Amazon said, "Fuck you," right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah. So I mean, I think you're going to find in 2017 that a lot of these things will start to take shape. The Alexa, the Google Assistant, and what I really think is going to happen is that Siri will start to take a further and further back seat. Like they don't seem to be at all interested in getting into this space at all.
Yeah.
I want to be surprised by something. Like when the Jesus phone first came out, or the iPod.
What are the odds?
Where you just go, holy shit! Why did nobody think of that before?
What are the odds that you'll ever really be surprised by technology ever again, though?
Dude, I don't know. It could happen. It's happened before.
I like the idea of these drones that can pull people. You seen them?
What?
You got these drones that like you can attach like a cable to it and you can go skiing off of it with it. It'll pull you along. They got enough power, enough thrust in these things.
That's the last thing I want to see, man.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, I don't know about that.
That scares the shit out of me. Fuck that.
But that's like if they can get that, you can start now doing shit where you can put them on your backpack. Fuck jetpacks.
Drone
Everyone's got
packs? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Everyone's got a personal helicopter.
No. Oh my god.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, it sounds horrible. Everyone dangling from a string. Oh, fuck.
That's a jangle from a string. You just strap it right to your back.
Oh, Christ. That sounds terrible. Let's not do that.
You'll be jealous when I'm flying around.
All right, well, let's wrap this thing up. What did we learn? What did we learn about 2016? Looking forward to 2017. Z-Man, what'd you learn?
2016 was aight. 2017 is going to be aight.
Aye. Cantor, what'd you learn?
That I don't have the energy for this shit anymore.
Are you done? Are you retiring?
For life? For the podcast? For what?
No, oh no, I just meant the endless slog towards retirement or death.
Cantor's checked out of life. That's it. He's pulling the ripcord. He's done. Stick the fork in him.
Yeah, man. I mean, when you know what I'm saying. When we were younger in school, you had summer to look forward to, and winter break, and spring break, and all that stuff. Now, what do you have to look forward to?
Dude, how hard was it to go into work today?
Oh my god, yeah. The only thing that made it bearable was it's that nobody does anything because it's all the time is spent getting back up to speed.
Yeah,
So-
slow day.
Yeah.
The only way I got through today and the only way I'm going to get through this week is knowing I'm going on vacation again on Saturday.
Same with me, pretty much. My boss is like, "Wait, you're on vacation next week?" I'm like, yeah.
What did I learn? I learned that, all right, yeah, some nasty shit happened in 2016, but there's a lot to look forward to. I don't know if I'm buying what you're selling there, Ganthor. I'm looking forward to 2017. I'm looking forward to doing stuff and living life and going places and buying a new house and doing some next level gangster shit, dude.
Well, la-di-da, Mr. Fucking Sunshine.
Well, this is a whole new thing for me, man. I'm not usually Mr. Fucking Sunshine.
Oh, you're not.
This is what I'm saying.
Can I get whatever you're on?
Sure, I got a few left.
Okay.
Stop on by. I'll share some with you. So if you want some of what I got, why don't you go ahead and let us know on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com. You can check out the show on Stitcher Radio, on iTunes, and on Google Play. Just search for 4Listeners. We'll pop right on up. And you can tweet at us on the Twitters at 4Listeners. We thank you for checking us out this week, and we hope that you'll check us out again next week. Thanks a bunch, everybody.
Everyone told me not to stroll on that beach. Said seagulls gonna come, poke me in the coconut, and they did. And they did.
The only reason I know where Bonaire is because I just watched a House Hunters International where they were buying a retirement home in Bonaire.
Do they have a cool place that look good?
They looked nice, yeah. They didn't choose the best one, but
I didn't know where it was prior to Minion telling me where it was.
yep. I know. When I first heard it was off Venezuela, I'm like, that's a stupid idea because that place is just ripe for revolution and
It's Dutch, though.
rioting. Well, yeah, the island off of the Venezuela is Dutch. I thought it was a Venezuelan island.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, it's part of the Dutch, what do they call that? Archipelago.
Archipelago?
Archipelago. Archipelago. Carmen Sandiego knows where it is.
Oh, shit.